Can a 12-year-old get tattoos? I mean, should they be able to?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, sure.
Okay, with that logic, is it okay if they get puberty blockers too?
I feel like that should, I don't know. That should just like.
He's looking at you guys.
I feel like
you need to help him.
I don't have a say in their choice.
Yeah.
Do you think they can consent?
I feel like that's up to them.
Up to them.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
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 All right, won't press on it too much. Majority always wins, as always. Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to get a tattoo?
12, I mean, there's a lot of freedom that children have now than, you know what I mean? But I think that, that's something permanent. Well, semi-permanent because they can have that removed. So I guess...
What do you mean by remove, like get the tattoo removed?
Yeah, they can...
So what if it be something that they cannot get rid of, like a puberty blocker that blocks their puberty?
That's very controversial.
But what do you think?
Because that's more permanent, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot undo that. So something that you cannot undo, I think, would have to have a lot of...
So you're basically saying a 12-year-old cannot consent?
They can.
They can?
To an extent, you know what I mean? Because,
Okay.
Let's talk about, like, when do our brains develop fully?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, but I think that should be the age where consent should be taken more into consideration is when our brains fully develop.
Yeah.
Because children are children, and...
So is you saying a kid can't go through a phase and then they later regret it because they no longer have their wee-wee anymore?
we have all been teenagers, we've all been children, and I mean, like, looking back at my experience, you know what I mean? I mean, at that age, at 10, I don't know what I was doing, you know what I mean?
I don't know what I was doing.
Exactly. They're much more, I would say more mature because they're more exposed to things that we weren't exposed to growing up.
You're saying they can consent to an extent?
Yeah, certain things like that where it's more permanent.
So if I was 12 and I wanted to cut my dick off, can I do that without my parents' consent?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I don't think I don't know at this moment if there's a right or wrong answer.
Come on, girl. Don't let down society. We're counting on you. I'm just trying to push you over that line.
I would say it's okay.
You think it's okay?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. At that, because it's like you have already, at that point in your life.
And can they smoke pot too?
Exactly.
It's in California.
Oh,
like,
God.
so they can't smoke pot, but they can cut their dick off if they want.
Using cannabis has some benefits, right? And it also has some permanent damage. When you're talking about transitioning, that's not more of a damage. That's just more of like achieving what you want.
Permanently, though.
Permanently.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what if I regret it later? I don't know about you. I don't want to see a bunch of 12-year-olds high. They're already high, as far as I know.
Even if you put like an age like where you're not allowed to do certain things, people do it anyways.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Should a 12-year-old be allowed to get a tattoo?
Depends.
On what?
They have parental permission. I don't know. I guess.
Middle schoolers with stick and pokes.
But I mean, you can get rid of that.
Fine.
You can get rid of that. That's not permanent.
That's true.
What if it's something permanent, like...
Permanent, maybe.
You don't think so, right?
No.
Do you think a 12-year-old can consent?
To a tattoo?
Yeah. Or to anything in general?
Not necessarily, no. No.
What about puberty blockers?
Yeah.
You think they can consent to that?
Yes.
What if I was 12 and I want to just chop my dick off? Can I do that?
Yeah. I think you should be able to do it in a hospital.
You should be able to?
Yeah.
But what if I later regret the decision?
I mean, it's really hard to tell if you're going to regret it later, so
Guys-
cut off the better, I believe. Yeah.